to our channel. If you're new to this channel, my name is Nestor.
And my name's Candy. And in today's video, we're going to be talking more about what happened to me a couple days ago with my Snapchat filter.
Well, she put a Snapchat video on Facebook and it had a lot of shares and there was different people commenting. Some were negative, some were positive.
We're actually sitting on the floor, and that is because we have the best lighting here. And I decided to do something different, and Nestor hates it. He wants to sit on, he's like, why can't we just sit on the couch like normal people?
Yeah, it was like lighter, it was like dark.
That's not my problem.
I like the whiteness.
So if you are new to this channel and you don't know that we lost our son
due to leukemia, cancer.
He was 2 years old, and we have other videos about him in this channel, but we have never really spoken to you guys about just things that happened to us in the house since he passed away. He actually did pass away in our home, and we couldn't have done it no other way. It just made us feel a lot better that he actually passed away in our home rather than a hospital. I
don't know if you guys believe that spirits wander around, but I wanted him to be here and always be with us, because he was always with us. That's why the reason why we brought him home.
We just believe in the afterlife. We have both lost our parents already, and he never lived where his mom passed away in a hospital. But when my dad passed away, I got to experience a little bit what it's like to live in a house where someone passes away. So I'm not gonna say it's the same. It's very different from a baby to an adult. So if you're here because of you lost your baby too, or you're someone very close to you, let us know in the comment section other things that you guys have experienced or similar to ours. I didn't realize how many people actually have experienced stuff like this until I shared on my Facebook my video about my experience at the cemetery. So I do realize there's a lot more people that have lost their kids and that have actually experienced this kind of things.
Some people don't believe in this because they believe in different stuff, or they're not religious.
I think they're scared.
Well, they're scared to believe it.
Yeah, I think they're just scared to believe.
And there's life here in this world. What makes you think there's no other life in another planet, you know?
So the reason why I made this video, he has left us so many signs that he's here with us, and it's not every day. But the biggest one was the Snapchat filter. So the other day, me and Esther were supposed to record a video for you guys, and we ended up doing the video, but we ended up doing it later, which is the contraction simulator video. And we were supposed to do that one earlier in the day, but his dad ended up calling and telling him, you know, I'm going over, I'm gonna take you some stuff that I have to take to you. I got up and I was like, okay, well, since his dad's coming over, so I got in the car and I told Nestor, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the cemetery. I'm gonna go visit my baby. And I had already gone that day in the daytime, but I don't know, I just felt like I just needed to get out of the house. And I ended up going to the cemetery, and I was so sad, and I was just sitting there in his grave talking to him. I took out the camera and I was like, oh my god, like the sun is going down. I had just recorded a makeup video, and I was like, I'm gonna need some pictures so for like my Instagram. So I took out the camera and I was like, I'm gonna take advantage of the sun going down, and there's so much light out here. And when I took out the camera, I just wasn't satisfied with the pictures that I had. So I started going through my Snapchat filters, and I was like, what filter should I get today, you know? And I never like to use the doggy one. I don't know why. I just don't, that's not my style. I never use that one. The only time I would use that one, it was with Sebastian. That was his favorite filter, guys. If I ever needed to sit him down in like the doctor's office, or because we were always at the hospital, so I would just take out the doggy filter and we would play with the tongue effect. We would always be just using it, and he loved it since he was a baby. He loved that filter. That's it. So I took out the doggy filter and I was sitting down on his grave on the chair, and I remember I saw like another pair of ears like right here on my chest. But I remember it just like blinking a couple times, and I was like, what the heck is going on? And I wasn't scared. I immediately thought, oh my god, this is Sebastian. But I wasn't recording. I didn't take the picture. I wasn't doing anything. I was just like in shock. So I was like, oh my gosh. So I started walking around the cemetery. I got up from the chair and I kept walking, and I kept doing that. because I was like, maybe it's the angle, maybe it's the sun hitting, maybe it's my necklace. I thought a million things, you know, like you always want to think that it's not a ghost or not another spirit. You always want to think that way, but deep inside I knew it was Sebastian, or at least I think it is Sebastian.
You can see in the video it's the shape of like a little baby, like
yeah,
it's not big.
So I kept walking, and then I went back and sat down, and I just started talking to him. I'm like, Sebastian, this is you, you know, like, are you here with me? So I was like, I need to record this, you know, I need to have proof so I can show. And I don't know what I was thinking. I was not recording this the whole time I was doing that. So I sat down, and that's when I started just recording, going back and forth. And that's why I was more relaxed on the video, because on the first ones, on the first time I took out my phone, I wasn't relaxed. I was like, what the heck is going on? But the first time, the tongue wasn't coming out. Just that it wasn't normal for the tongue effect to come out. If I've always known that for that tongue effect to work, you have to like open your mouth, like, because that's the rule to it. So I got home, he went off to do some stuff, and I took out my phone and I started turning it on here in the house again, and I walked around with my phone to see if I can get the same effect that I got at the cemetery, and nothing happened to me. So that night I told Nestor, you know, he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, well, I went to the cemetery and this happened. I showed him the video. Immediately he said, this is Sebastian, you know? And I was like, well, I'm like, as much as I do believe it is, like sometimes phones do, or apps do fail, you know? So I have to think both ways. Like, as much as I want this to be my baby and I believe it's my baby, apps could fail. So I started doubting myself, and I was like, should I share this on Facebook? And he's like, yeah, of course, like, give me, he said, share it. Like, this is Sebastian.
Yeah, I told her to share it, because that way people can see that we're not lying when we say that we see and hear stuff. So yeah. I told her to share it, go ahead and share it, we'll see what people think. Yeah, so I didn't share it that night because I was like, no, I'm not sharing this, because this could either go, like, people can talk so much crap, or people could just be so nice about it. So I'm always like iffy about stuff, you know? So the next morning, he went to work, and the same thing. I was like, should I share it? I kind of want to share it, but a part of me doesn't want to. And he kept telling me, just share it. Oh my God, like, just share it. Like, it's so nice. Like, it's our baby. So I was like, you know what? You're right. I'm just gonna ask people what their thoughts are on this. And I can't remember what I put on the. I just shared a little bit of what happened to me that morning. So I had a lot of people like comment, tag other people and just say, look, this is what happens to you too. And then just other random girls that have lost their loved ones too, and they have had the same tongue effect, or they've caught like little faces. It was crazy for us to see how many people actually do go through this. And they share the video, and everybody had like different kind of similar stories. And they were sharing, some people commented that they were crying because like they wanted to see that to prove that it's true what they said about I don't know if phones captured ghosts or whatever. But a lot of people shared it, and you got a lot of views on that video.
Yeah, I've actually
180K.
They keep sharing it till this day. It's almost been probably 5 days, and they still keep sharing it. It's kind of interesting to see how many people actually do believe me. There is a couple that don't, and that said this is not true. This is edited. This is, and I had people message me.
Like private message too.
They private message me. They're trying to tell me, don't believe in this. You know, believe in this, but don't believe on the Snapchat filters. That's not true. Can you imagine you're having your baby hanging with you all day? That's sad. And to me, it's just ignorant, because obviously I don't have my baby hanging with me all day. Obviously not. He's not on me all day. But I do believe that he's in heaven. He's happy. I believe he's not singing. I believe he's dancing, and he's not listening to the angels. I believe that Sebastian is just having a blast playing, being a baby boy.
Well, I feel like Sebastian's always with Candy, because behind cameras, Candy cries like a normal mother for her baby. But like me, like I'm a I'm a man, you know, I take it different. But when I'm by myself, yeah, I do talk to Sebastian, and I have this habit in the mornings where I wake up, come to the kitchen, get something to eat before I go to work, and then we have a picture of Sebastian there in the dining room, and I give him a kiss before I leave, because I got used to my son. Wait, in the morning before going to bed, I'll give a kiss to Candy, Sebastian, go check on the kids in their rooms, tell them bye, and then I go to work. That was my just a habit that I have before going to work, and it doesn't change. But I tell Kenny, I'm pretty sure that Sebastian feels you more because you're always crying for him, and maybe he wants to tell you that he's there with you. Let's go back to the cemetery. You take out your phone, and she did it with her phone, and it started doing the same thing again. Oh, and then I did it on myself. Man, nothing, just me, my face. And so I gave her my phone, and with my phone, it happened to her again. Like the doggy filter went up on her, and then the chest area around here.
I even covered like my bones because I was like, yeah, some people told me, well, it's just because right here it probably looks like it's another face. And even Nicole told me, Mom, are you sure? Because it could be that like your bones are detecting another face. I'm like, yeah. So I covered it, and it still happened, and not just with my phone but with Nestor's phone as well. And to me, it's like enough proof. I'm not gonna have to prove myself. This happened, and I believe it was my baby, and I already walked around the house with my Snapchat filter the same day with the same necklace. Nothing happened in the house. One of those moments where Sebastian was like, my mom's playing with her phone, I'm gonna let her know I'm here with her. And you know, I don't feel like I have to prove myself to everyone.
Stuff happens, like anything can happen. If you really love that much, that person that you really love, and suddenly just they pass away, and you're like, well, what the hell? Well, now what we do now? So you're still thinking about them all the time, and I guess they feed off of that, and they feel you that you're in pain or you're going through a lot. So I'm thinking that's why Sebastian's still here with us.
If you're a mom that has lost your son, your daughter, and you have gone through stuff like this, and this makes you feel better, and you know it's them, who cares what other people think? I feel like Sebastian leaves me signs as much as he can. I don't think Sebastian's here with me, like I said, every single day. I do not believe he's here with me, and I would hate to think that Sebastian's here with me every day, because what is he gonna see? His mom crying all day? If he's in heaven playing, having a blast, I'm grateful for that. But I do think that he comes and visits. I always think that either my grandma or his mom or my dad brings him. If it's not them, it's our guardian angel, or I don't think they're gonna let him come by himself to this ugly world. So I just feel like there's like,
they're guiding him.
They're guiding him. They bring him. They're like, here, be with your mom for a little bit. So we have experienced a lot of things in the house since Sebastian passed away. We experienced more things at the beginning. We don't hear him as much anymore. But when we do, he makes it known it's him. We had somebody from our church come and just talk to me, you know, because I had just lost Sebastian. So he came the next day. I don't know if it was a priest. I don't think it was a priest. Was he a priest? Well, he didn't make it the day that he passed away, so he came the next day because he was out of town. And he kind of explained to me, and I know everybody's from different religions, and you know, everybody thinks different, but this is my beliefs, and I'm not going to change them for anyone. This is just the way I think. The reason why I believe in all of this is because I have actually experienced all of this. When you lose a loved one, you will experience your own things. He told me, Sebastian's not going to leave you. He's not going to be here every single day, because imagine being with you here all day. Like, he has things to do. He's going to have fun in heaven. And that just made me so happy just to hear him say that. He's like, but you will know when Sebastian comes to visit. He will let you know he's here. And the first week, he's gonna be with you at least for the first 10 days. And he did let us know he was here with us. First it would scare me. I'm like, he's still here. Does he know he's gone? Is he like calling me and I can't hear him? That would just kill me at the beginning. But just like a lot of little things would happen. Like, for example, your niece, huh? She was sitting on the chair of our dining room. I was in my other living room. I was watching everyone talk, and I saw one of the kids run upstairs, and I wasn't paying attention. I think I was daydreaming because I was just so sad. My friend's son, he runs upstairs. A ball hits his niece on the head, and she starts laughing, and I was like, what the heck? Like, I just thought it was really weird, and she was like, no, it's okay, it was just the kids, I guess. And I was like, I don't know. There was just something weird about it that I wasn't comfortable with. I'm like, my friend's son is so, like, he's already 12, 13. And I was like, I don't think he would come and hit his knees on the head. So I called the kids, I called my son and the 2 boys. I was like, what are you guys doing? Why would you guys throw a ball at her? And they're like, no, we didn't throw anything. We swear we would never do that. And that, to me, that was enough confirmation to think that Sebastian, it was probably Sebastian, and he thought that he saw the boys running upstairs. He thought they were probably playing with him, so he grabbed the ball and threw it, and it just landed on her head.
Sebastian liked to throw a lot of stuff.
Sebastian would throw stuff to us all the time, so...
Remember I don't know what he threw one time, he cut me right here. I remember what he threw, but I think hurt, but just when I turned around, he smiled like...
And everything, like, he was forgiven, you know, that smile.
I never lent my phone to nobody, not even Candy or the girls or Ethan. Because my phone was my phone now, like I didn't like nobody touching it. And then Sebastian was sometimes, even when I think it was when he was 8 months, he'll be like, he'll grab my phone, and when I try to take it out, he'll be like, ah. And I'm like, okay. And then from there, he just started taking my phone, and he was a cuddler, so every time I tell him, hey puppy, let's watch a movie. And
take your phone.
I'll say next one with the bed, or we're in the hospital, he'll lay down with me and he'll take his phone and he'll cross his feet like that and just watch like his little videos on YouTube.
Yeah, Nestor couldn't take the phone back. He would always be like, mine.
And sometimes I'll be like, hey, can I borrow it? He'll be like, no.
He knows how much we love him, and that's why he knows how to leave us signs. He knows the days that I'm feeling at my worst. He leaves me signs that he wakes me up in the morning. Beginning when he passed away, the first couple months, I would feel at night like somebody would play with my tag. Every morning I felt like Sebastian was just playing with my tag, and I can hear it.
I will feel that somebody will wake me up to see something. It's always at 2:30 or 3 in the morning. I'll get up and I'll be looking around, and then I'll be like go back to sleep.
But you know how they say like 3 in the morning is bad, and like I have been woken up like 3, 4 in the morning. It's always different times. It's not always 3 in the morning.
For me, it was at 3 in the morning.
Was it?
Sharp.
But mine was just like somebody just went like that to me, and I would just wake up and be like,
no, I didn't feel like movement. I felt like something was telling me to wake up.
No, mine was like, wake up. But don't think, guys, that we're telling you guys all this stories because paranormal stuff or whatever. No, like our house is so peaceful.
It's pure.
An angel passed away in this house. I don't feel like there's demons. I don't feel like there's bad spirits. I don't feel anything. Most of my days are here being alone by myself. I'm either editing, I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, and I don't feel anything. I do light up a candle for him every single day. I talk to him. I pray to God every single day. There's just so much that goes on in my day, and it's pretty much thinking about Sebastian. And I hear little stuff. I'll hear a dish move. Lately, I just see my phone do this out of nowhere. And I check it. There's no new notifications. I check my Facebook, everything. There's no messages. And Nicole has been telling me that she feels this sometimes, like she sees stuff like this. But Nicole's is more like she has seen her phone do this a couple times. Whenever I experience something, Nicole experiences the same day something different, and Nestor does too. 3 of us tell each other, oh my God, guess what? This and this happened. So we started noticing that pattern. And we feel that those are the days that Sebastian is here.
I will see like shadows, or I'll see something like a corner of my eye, just go. I put the alarm in the house before I go to work, and I'll be looking at my phone to put the alarm, and then suddenly I'll just see something like cross in front of the truck like that, and I'll get up and I'll start turning around and see who it was. Like maybe it was a bird or something, but it was like 4 in the morning and there's no birds in the morning.
The day that I recorded the video on my Snapchat video, that morning somebody was tickling me. So I snapped out of my sleep, and I was like Sebastian. That was the first thing I thought. Sebastian woke me up. He was tickling me. Nicole was in the restroom, and Nicole comes out of the restroom and she's like, Ethan, were you knocking on the door? And he was like, no, I'm on my PlayStation. And he like ignored her. And I was hearing them. I had just been woken up from tickling. And then she goes and tells Melody, did you knock on the door? Melody's like, no, why would I knock? I'm doing my makeup. And I heard them, but I didn't say anything. And I was like, this is Sebastian. This is a confirmation Sebastian's here with us today.
Yes, sir. Watching a video on YouTube. There was this girl that, she's a YouTuber too, but she called some lady. She's like not like a ghost hunter, huh?
Something like that.
Well, she's something like kind of like not a medium, but
I don't know. That video was recommended, so I played it.
Yeah, and the lady told that girl, the YouTuber, how come she don't download an app? It's called Ghost Detector. So without Kenny noticed, I was like, I felt bad for doing it because I don't believe in that stuff, but I was like, let's see if it's true that they're saying that. So I downloaded it real quick on my phone, and then Kenny was on that side where Sebastian had passed on that couch. And so I started scanning, and I noticed they say that the red dots are the ghosts. So as soon as I scanned on this side, there was nothing. When I turned the phone around on that where Kenny was, there was that red dot right there, and it said ghost. So I was like, so I was like, Sebastian's here, and then it kind of freaked me out, but I already know Sebastian's with us, but I just deleted the app. I'm like, I don't want to believe in that stuff. And at night when we were about to go to bed, I told her, Kenny, I did this. She's like, why would you do that? And I'm like, I don't know, I just want to see for work. And then the first thing she said, she was like, what if you will say mom? And
I'm like, what if you would have been like, mom? You would have freaked out.
No, I wouldn't freaked out because sometimes you get so desperate because, like me, I'm always overprotective of my kids, like a lot. And
I think we both are.
When Sebastian would pass, I was like, this is it. Like, I took care of him like a lot of times. I took him a shower, put his clothes on, and just to see him when they come and picked up his body and put him in the back of a freaking van. This is it. So you get so desperate, you're like, what is he doing right now? Where is he at? Is he good? Is he crying that we can't hear him? Or stuff like that. You start thinking. So you get desperate sometimes. You
as a parent will always have that anxiety.
And I'm not the kind of person I ain't scared of nothing. And I know Candy's always scared of stuff, but I was like, I'm gonna just try it out.
But I'm not scared of Sebastian.
No, me neither. Like I get up at 4 in the morning, and I talked to his picture when I'm in the morning when I'm getting ready, when I'm eating something, get something to eat before we go to work. Like I talk to him, this and that.
You know how they say that even dogs can know if there's a ghost? Well, our dog, Minnie, like she always stares at someone, and she freezes. She freezes, and she like her ears just go up. And I stare at her all the time, and then I just stare away to see where she's staring at. But she goes. She like sometimes she follows stuff. And you know how they say like if it's like an evil spirit, dogs won't even get near it. Like that's how I know how pure our house is. How everything feels so good. Like it's like an angel died in this house. So our house is not haunted. Our house is just, it has a beautiful angel in this house. And I feel like he's always here protecting us. I don't ever want to call him a ghost because I don't think he's a ghost. I just think he's an angel.
Sometimes I wish that I pray to God that I can see Sebastian.
Why are you crying?
I'm not the type that cries. I never cry, guys. I just like, you get so desperate that you want to see that one person one last time. I don't believe in psychics or mediums or whatever, but you get so desperate, you're like, oh, what about if we contact one of them? And I never tell Candy, but just to see how he's doing, or he talks to us or whatever.
But I don't think we would do that because...
No, we won't do that, but I just like... I'm sorry you guys for being so emotional, but this is not me, but just talking about my Sebastian, and just bring back memories and all that. Or sometimes you wish that he comes in your dreams and tells you that he's okay.
Sebastian has came to my dreams so many times, but it's only been one real dream where he came to me and he actually talked to me and played with me. But the rest, I'm always either busy and he's just with me, so I'm always carrying him. Come on, Sebastian, let's go. But he doesn't come to me in my dreams. So I get so desperate to see him that sometimes we have talked about, and I have looked into mediums, but I wouldn't do it because I have read the Bible and it does say not to contact mediums, and I just don't want to kill it. I don't want God to be mad at me. All right, guys. Well, we think that we've been talking for so long already, and we don't want you to be scared for us. We don't believe that there's nothing bad happening in our life. There's nothing but good in our home. I know that he's an angel and that he means no harm. He just wants to be with his mama because he knows that like his mama loved him, and we just have that bond. I carried him for 9 months, a little over 9 months. And he knew that his mama loved him, and he knew that I was crazy about him and that he was my world. So I feel like he's always here. He comes back to just be with me. You guys have ever experienced something like this, the death of a child, the death of a loved one? Let us know in the comment section. Don't forget to share your stories with us. I love reading stories.
All right, so today's post notification shout out goes to Lily Vasquez. Thank you for having your post notifications on and subscribing to the Aguilars. If you guys would like a post notification shout out, all you guys got to do is turn on your post notifications and comment when done. Oh, and subscribe to the Aguilars.
So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we will see you on our next video. Bye-bye.